Hagerman community, welcome. This is Chairman Whitmarsh. I just wanted to provide a quick update as to what took place in last night's September board meeting, so everyone's aware of what was approved, what was talked about, and I need to do this quick so you'll actually listen to it and it doesn't take me hours to produce. First of all, call to order. We then did the Pledge of Allegiance. We approved the current agenda with no changes. And then we had two special reports. We were introduced to Terry Fisher, who is our English language learners instructor this year, and has been doing a great job. And so she gave us a report on her program, as we have a dedicated resource for English language learners. We also went through Employees of the Month, so congratulations to Dr. Hoffman and Mr. Mackey, both Employees of the Month. We then went through and reviewed any items related to all the financials. Board members go through it with a fine-tooth comb. We had a few questions that were answered, but we approved the consent agenda, which is last month's meeting minutes, all the financials for the district. We then went into public input. Public input was provided by Cindy Kinder, and she wanted to provide public input on the policy changes that we're looking at for graduation requirements, which was not part of the agenda item this month. It will be hopefully for next month, so no problem there. We will talk about that next month. And then also she wanted to express her support for the out-of-state travel for our FFA finalists. We have 6 finals, which is awesome, out of Hagerman. I think Mr. Knapp said California only had like 20-some finalists, and little state of Idaho, our little program, awesome program by the way, had 6 finalists. So you'll get to it in the end, but yeah, we did approve, no problem. Then we went into administrative reports. Both Dr. Jim Brown and Jaron Wadsworth provided us an update. Some of the highlights: there was a safety audit that in the past we have had continually repeat offenses, which we took care of those last year, and this should be a good safety audit, so we should have that full report next month. We have over 60 plus additional in classroom students enrolled this year, which is great. Our online enrollment has definitely dropped, but we're getting kids back in the classroom and in the tune of 60 plus students, so that's great for the district. We also went through and acknowledged the ARD Students of the Month. Congratulations, all of you. And then we also went through and discussed with the vaccine mandates coming out by President Biden, how does that impact the district? We just confirmed with our Idaho School Board Association that it does not apply to our school district. So there is no vaccination requirements for the Hagerman Joint School District and will not be. Then we went into our informational items. We're not making decisions here, we're just giving information. We had Dr. Wiley Dobbs, who has a long history of being in the education field, has been superintendent for Twin Falls for many years. He talked to us about the importance of a 5-year strategic plan, which we are working on. He's going to help us out with that, and we want to get that out to the public for final review and publication to give you an understanding of what we're doing and what we're focusing on, our focus areas for the district. Did a maintenance report, building maintenance report by Dr. Jim Brown, just some various things that we're focused on to keep up the district from a maintenance perspective. Mr. Cottom talked to us about what research he's doing on ticket tracking systems so that make it easy for us and our faculty to get support from an IT perspective for a SaaS-based solution, hosted solution. We talked about what we're doing from a trustee vacancy. Terry Dorchek left us. Thank you for her service. And we went through and looked at what are we planning to do to replace that Zone 2. There was 2 years left on that zone, and we are going to next month, I believe we have 4 or 5 candidates. We're going to, ahead of time read through all of the applications, for that replacement, and then we will have each candidate go in for a couple minutes and ask 1 or 2 interview questions that will be the same, and then in the open session we will select the replacement for Zone 2's vacancy. We also talked about our website, and some of us have been concerned about not seeing updates quick enough. Also some issues with the mobile format. We are working on that, and our partner is working on resolving those issues. We a lot of it was our fault not getting accurate data and update data to them. It's just been real busy, so continue to work on that. Next, we went into the action items, and we did approve the out-of-state travel for our 6 finalists. No problem there. We also went through and looked at a calendar revision. It was recommended to the board that we move spring break from the week of March 28th to the week of March 21st. The board recommended that we not make that decision. We wanted to get it out to the public so the public is aware of that in case there's a major concern. The new proposed date, the week of the 20th, aligns with other districts as well as CSI. We just want to make sure that everybody's aware of that before we make that decision, and that it is a favorable decision to be made by the board. We also went through the surveys. If you look on our website, there is a survey link, and some of them are broken links, and the board has requested that those be cleaned up, and that we also make sure that we have a easy way for the public community to provide feedback on our superintendent as we go into evaluations for our superintendent, and then also there needs to be evaluations and surveys available for the public for the teachers and the faculty and so on. So they're gonna work on that. We also talked about the trade-in of the old bus, the Banana Rocket. It's been good to us. It's served us many times to go to Moscow for FFA and other various events, but it's not practical enough because it does require a commercial license. We don't have a lot of CDL certified folks to be able to drive it. And so we talked about, in last board meeting, we approved the purchase of a van. In this board meeting, after research, it's difficult to find vehicles. And we have found a more heavy-duty mini bus, if you will, that doesn't require a CDL, and we approved spending of $35K. Last time it was, actually I think it was $35 we approved last time. This time we bumped it up because it will be $36 with our trade-in. So the Banana Rocket, we're not going to lose anything on it. We bought it for $9,200. We're trading it in for $9,200. But we will no longer have the Banana Rocket, and we will have hopefully a 2017 modern minibus that doesn't require a CDL that our athletics and other programs can use. Then we talked about approving an easement. We approved an easement for the light pole that's out in front of the school right now. It's on the sidewalk. We need to set it back, and we approved the easement to allow that to be set back. We also went through and approved 2 first readings on 2 policies, 5210, which is just revising the workday because we're a 4-day school week versus a 5-day school week, so changing some wording on a full day is 9 hours versus 8 hours. And then we also went through and talked about 5402, which is the sick bank leave. Right now, to get into it, new faculty have to donate like 2 sick days and then a few sick days each year. That sick bank is huge, and we don't need to continue to do that. And so we approve the first reading of changing that to make it easier and reducing the requirement to get into the sick bank. And then we ended by talking about the audit report. We had our auditor come in virtually and review the audit with us, and great news. Audit went very smooth. There was no cautionary warnings regarding our books, and we improved our general fund by $49,000 last year, which is great, building that general fund up to $1.12 million, which gives us our surpasses our goal of a 3-month spending reserve. And then we also increased our facilities fund by $267,000. That's up to $984,000, and that's the levy money. Big portion of it is that levy money that we're setting aside because we knew we're going to have to do something with our gym or a building project here in the future, and we said we would set that money aside. We have it's up to $1 million, and it will continue to grow, and then we'll need to decide what we want to do from a building perspective in just a few years. So that's coming right up. Also, another bright spot is our nutrition fund. We've had some challenges with it. Leanne Coates and her team's doing an amazing job there. We increased that fund by $74,000, and in the previous years, I know it's actually been negative, and so that's great news. But everything looked good on the audit, and everything was approved. So great work. Kathy's doing an amazing job keeping the books and making sure the right things are allocated in the right funds, and that we are being fiscally responsible, as well as the board. Obviously, we're very keen on making sure that the budget is healthy. At that time, we did not have any executive session, and we were actually able to get out of there at 8:35. Probably a new record for us, but no executive session, and that was the end. So I hope you appreciate this quick update, and we thank those that were able to attend in person, and we actually had a Zoom as well. So in the future, we will continue to do that Zoom. So if you're not able to attend in person, but you can attend virtually. We do appreciate all involvement. The more people get involved, the more people understand what's taking place and what's truly happening. It just makes it for a better relationship between the district and the community. So thank you for your time. Have a great week. Cheers.